Do you ever feel like the person you are today is not the person you want to be? You wake up and look at yourself in the mirror, but deep inside you feel empty, tired, or even trapped. You try to smile, but it feels fake. You try to move forward, but your past keeps pulling you back. You carry old fears, old mistakes, old voices in your head, telling you who you are and what you cannot do. And maybe you wonder, is this all I am? Is this all I can be? Comment if you've ever felt this way. The truth is, we all live with an old self. That old self is made of pain, of broken habits, of choices that did not make us proud. It is the version of us that stays in bed when life calls us to rise. It is the version that says, "You are not enough." But here is the secret. You do not have to live with the old you forever. You can destroy it. You can break it down piece by piece. And you can build yourself again alone, strong, new, and free. This video is not just about motivation. It is about transformation. It is about a journey where you will face yourself, fight yourself, and become your own guide. I will show you how to let go of the old you, how to rebuild a new life from the ground up, and how to finally become the person you always dreamed of being. Stay with me until the end, because by the time this journey is over, you will no longer feel like the same person you are now. You will feel stronger, clearer, and ready to begin again. Chapter 1. The old you did not appear in one day. It was built slowly, like a wall that rose brick by brick. Every mistake, every fear, every time you gave up too soon, another brick was placed. Maybe someone hurt you and you never forgot it. Maybe people told you that you were not smart enough, not strong enough, not good enough. Their words stayed inside you and became part of your identity. And maybe, after years of listening, you started to believe them. That is how the old you was created, not from your true self, but from your scars. Think for a moment. How many times have you wanted to start something new but stopped yourself? You thought, what if I fail? You thought, what will people say about me? And so you stayed quiet. You stayed small. You stayed hidden. That voice inside, the one that whispers, you cannot do it, that is not the real you. That is the old you. And the old you is afraid. I know what you might be feeling right now. You might say, but this is who I am. This is my personality. This is my life. No, my friend, this is your cage. You have been living with walls around you, thinking they are your home. But inside your heart, you already know. Those walls are prison bars. You were not born to be trapped. You were born to grow, to expand, to shine. Destroying the old you means admitting that the life you live now is not enough. And that is hard. It feels painful. Because you have carried the old self for so long, it feels like losing a friend. But was that friend ever kind to you? Or was it the voice that kept you weak? Imagine if someone stood in your room every day and said, "You cannot, you will fail, you are not worthy." Would you let that person stay? No. But sadly, that voice has lived inside you. And today, you must choose to push it out. Here is the truth. Your old self cannot walk with you into the future. You cannot climb the mountain of your dreams while dragging the weight of yesterday. The old you must die so the new you can breathe. And yes, it will feel lonely. It will feel scary. But loneliness is not the enemy. It is the fire that burns the old and makes space for the new. Retention spike. One day, you will look back and realize that the old you was never truly you. It was only the shadow. The real you was waiting all along, asking to be free. So ask yourself right now, are you brave enough to let go of the person you used to be? If the answer is yes, then you have already taken the first step, because the journey of destroying the old you does not begin with action. It begins with a decision. And tonight, in this moment, you are deciding that the past no longer owns you. Chapter 2. The moment you decide to destroy the old you, fear will arrive. It will not knock on the door, it will break it down. Fear will say, "You are making a mistake. Stay the same. It is safer here." And in that moment, you will feel your chest tighten. Your mind will bring back every failure you ever had. It will remind you of the times you tried and fell. It will show you the faces of people who laughed at you. This is fear's job, to protect the old you. But remember, fear is a liar. Fear does not know who you can become. It only knows who you used to be. When you walk away from your old self, it feels like stepping into a dark forest at night. You do not know the path. You do not see the light. You only feel the silence, the loneliness, and the unknown. This is why so many people stay with the old self, because even if the old life is painful, at least it is familiar. And humans love what is familiar. But here is the truth. The comfort of the old you is poison. It is slow, it is quiet, but it kills your dreams one by one. To rebuild yourself alone, you must embrace the fear instead of running from it. You must look at it and say, "I see you, but I will keep walking." Fear cannot survive when you move forward. It only grows strong when you stop. So every step you take into the unknown makes fear smaller and your courage bigger. Think about this. Have you ever tried something new, and before starting you felt terrified? But after you did it, you asked yourself, "Why was I so afraid?" That is because fear is loud at the beginning, but silent after action. Fear dies when courage speaks. And courage does not mean you feel no fear. It means you act even when fear screams. Retention spike. Fear is the guard dog of the old you. It barks, it bites, it tries to chain you. But you are not the prisoner anymore. You are the key. When you stand alone against fear, you discover something powerful, your inner strength. You realize you do not need others to tell you who you are. You do not need the approval of the world. You only need the quiet voice inside that says, "Keep going." That voice is small at first, but if you listen to it more than fear, it will grow louder than the old you ever was. So do not be afraid of being alone in this part of the journey. Loneliness is not the same as emptiness. Loneliness is the space where you meet yourself. It is where you stop hearing the noise of others and finally hear the whisper of your own soul. And that whisper is the blueprint of the new you. Right now, fear wants you to stay the same, but courage is calling. Will you answer it? That choice will decide everything. Chapter 3. To destroy the old you, you must also destroy the lies you have believed for years. Lies that came from parents, teachers, friends, or even strangers who spoke without thinking. Lies that said you were not smart, not talented, not beautiful, not capable. These lies became chains around your mind. They grew roots inside you and shaped the way you saw yourself. And slowly, without even noticing, you began to live as if those lies were true. Think back. Maybe as a child you were told, "You are lazy." And even now, when you feel tired, that word comes back like a ghost. Or maybe you were told, "You will never succeed." And now, every time you want to try something new, that voice repeats itself. Do you see how dangerous these lies are? they are not just words. They are seeds planted in your heart. And if you let them stay, they grow into forests that block your future. But here's the truth. A lie only has power when you believe it. If someone tells you that the sky is green, would you believe it? No, because you know the sky is blue. The same is true for the lies you carry. They only control you because you accepted them as real. The moment you stop believing, they die. This is why you must speak new words into your life. Words are not small things. Words are builders. They create worlds inside your mind. When you say, "I am strong," you are not lying, you are building. When you say, "I can change," you are opening a door. When you say, "I am worthy," you are planting a new seed that will grow into a new forest, one filled with hope and possibility. Retention spike. The old you was built on lies. The new you will be built on truth. It will not be easy at first. When you try to speak new words, the old lies will fight back. You will feel silly. You will feel fake. You will think, "This is not me." But remember, that is the old self trying to survive. The old self will fight to stay alive because it knows if you believe the truth, it will die forever. So every time you feel resistance, remind yourself, this is proof that you are destroying the old you. Start small. Whisper it in the morning. "I am not my past." Say it in the mirror. "I am growing." Write it on a page. "I can rebuild my life." These simple words are bricks for the new self. And every day you use them, your new house becomes stronger. So, my friend, ask yourself now, which lies will you burn today? Which truths will you choose instead? Because the future you are waiting for is not built in one moment. It is built word by word, choice by choice, day by day. And the power is already in your hands. Chapter 4. When you destroy the old you also destroy old habits. Because habits are the hands that shape your life. They may look small, but they build your days, and your days build your future. The old you is full of habits that keep you weak, sleeping too long, speaking too little, complaining too much, wasting time, fearing failure, and avoiding responsibility. These habits feel comfortable, like a soft blanket on a cold day. But comfort is dangerous when it keeps you from growing. Think about it. How many mornings have you promised yourself, "Tomorrow I will start," only to wake up and fall into the same routine? How many times have you said, "I will change," but you kept the same circle, the same actions, the same excuses? That is because habits are powerful. They are not just actions. They are patterns written into your brain. And if you want to rebuild yourself, you must break those patterns one by one. At first, it will feel impossible. The old you will whisper, "This is too hard. Just stay the same." But remember, you do not have to change everything in one day. You only have to take one habit at a time and replace it with something new. If the old you wakes up late, the new you wakes up earlier. If the old you hides in silence, the new you speaks one word of courage. If the old you runs from pain, the new you faces it step by step. Retention spike. The old you dies not in one explosion, but in 1,000 small cuts. Every time you break one habit, you cut away another piece of the past. This is the beauty of rebuilding alone. You do not need permission. You do not need applause. You only need the discipline to act. Nobody will clap when you wake up early. Nobody will cheer when you write in your journal or when you say no to the same distractions. But these small, invisible victories are the foundation of your new self. They are the bricks that no one sees, but everyone will notice later when the house of your life stands tall. So here is a secret. Do not wait for motivation. Motivation is a guest. It comes and goes. Habits are family. They stay. Build them even when you feel nothing. Build them when you are tired. Build them when no one is watching. Because in time, they will build you. Right now, ask yourself, which habit is killing the old you the most? Is it laziness? Is it doubt? Is it fear? Choose one. And this week, fight it. Replace it. Do not wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment will never come. The power is in today. Remember this, destroying the old you is not about one big choice. It is about hundreds of small ones repeated every day. And each choice is proof that the new you is rising. Chapter 5. To rebuild yourself, you must learn to walk alone. This is the part most people run from, because loneliness feels heavy. It feels like silence pressing on your chest. You look around and see friends moving on, family not understanding, people judging your change, and you think, maybe I should stop. Maybe I should go back. But let me tell you, being alone is not the same as being lost. Alone is the place where transformation begins. The old you loved the crowd. The old you needed people to tell you who you are, to clap for you, to comfort you when you felt weak. But that comfort was also a chain, because when you depend on others to define you, you never know yourself. Rebuilding alone forces you to listen to the one voice you've always ignored your own. In the silence, you will meet yourself again. At first, it will feel strange. You might not like what you see. You will notice your fears, your regrets, your pain. But stay there. Do not run away, because the silence is not punishing you. It is teaching you. It is showing you the wounds that need healing. It is showing you the lies you must burn. It is showing you the strength you forgot you had. Retention spike. Loneliness is not your enemy. It is your mirror. And in that mirror, you will see not only who you are, but who you can become. Do not be afraid of rebuilding yourself without applause. Greatness does not grow in the spotlight. It grows in the dark, in quiet rooms, in long nights, when no one is watching. When you sit alone and choose discipline over distraction, you are planting seeds. No one sees them now, but one day, the whole world will see the tree. Walking alone also means you may lose people. Some will not understand your growth. Some will laugh at your new habits. Some will leave because they preferred the old you, the weaker, smaller, easier version. Let them go. They are not part of your new life. You are not rebuilding yourself to keep everyone. You are rebuilding to find yourself. This journey is not about proving others wrong. It is about proving yourself right. Right that you can change. Right that you can rise. Right that you can stand on your own 2 feet without leaning on anyone else. And once you learn to walk alone, something amazing happens. You no longer fear being left behind because you carry everything you need inside you. So tonight, when the silence feels heavy, do not fight it. Sit with it. Breathe in it. Let it remind you that you are not weak, you are rebuilding, and every moment you spend alone is another brick in the foundation of the new you. Chapter 6. The old you was built on comfort, but the new you must be built on pain. This is the truth most people avoid, but you cannot escape it if you want to be reborn. Growth is never soft. It is sharp, it cuts, it burns, but it is in that fire that you find your strength. Think of a seed buried underground. To become a tree, it must first break apart. That breaking looks like destruction, but it is creation. The same will happen to you. When you destroy the old you, life will test you. Things will fall apart. You will lose people. You will face nights when you cry and wonder why you even started this journey. You will feel pain in your heart, in your mind, even in your body. But do not mistake this pain for weakness. This pain is proof that the old you is dying. Every tear, every sleepless night, every lonely walk, it is not punishment. It is transformation. Retention spike. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is your teacher. Pain is the sign that the old you is breaking, so the new you can rise. Think of the gym. If you want to build muscle, you must first tear it. That tearing hurts, but without it, there is no growth. In the same way, when life stretches you, when it feels unbearable, know this: your soul is being rebuilt. The old walls are being broken down so a stronger house can stand in their place. Do not run from pain. Most people numb it with distractions, endless scrolling, fake smiles, empty conversations. But when you numb the pain, you also numb the lesson. Sit with your pain. Ask it, "What are you teaching me?" You will be surprised. Pain teaches patience. Pain teaches resilience. Pain teaches gratitude. Pain is the sculptor of your soul. The old you hated pain because it confused it with failure. But the new you must embrace it as a necessary fire. When you feel pain now, instead of saying, "Why me?" ask, "What is this building in me?" That one shift will change everything. One day, you will look back on your hardest nights and realize they were your most important, because those nights broke the old you apart. They tore the lies, the fears, the comfort. They left you raw, empty, and ready. Ready to be rebuilt, not as a copy of your past, but as a stronger, freer, truer version of yourself. So, my friend, do not fear the fire. Walk into it. Let it burn what no longer belongs. And when you come out, you will not just be alive, you will be transformed. Chapter 7. When you begin to rise as the new you, the world will test you again, not through pain this time, but through temptation. The temptation to go back, the temptation to slip into old habits, old friendships, old ways of thinking. It will whisper, "Just one more time. Just one more day like before. Just take the easy road." And if you are not careful, you will fall back into the arms of the old self, because it will always wait for you. The old you never dies easily. It waits in the shadows, hoping you will return. You must guard your progress like a soldier guards a gate, because every small action matters. Every choice you make either builds the new you or feeds the old you. When you say yes to discipline, you are feeding strength. When you say yes to excuses, you are feeding weakness, and whatever you feed will grow. It will not always be clear. Sometimes the temptation comes disguised as comfort. A friend calls you out when you plan to study. You think, "It's only one night." But then one night becomes two, and two becomes 10. That is how the old you sneaks back quietly, gently, without warning. This is why you must stay awake. You must protect your habits, protect your time, protect your mind. Retention spike. The old you will knock on the door, but remember, you are the one holding the key. Do not open it. This is where discipline becomes your shield. Discipline is not about perfection. It is about loyalty to your future self. You will slip, you will fall, but discipline means you rise again and again. Discipline means you remember why you started. It means you look at temptation and say, "No, I am not going back. I have come too far." And yes, It will feel lonely. Others may not understand. They may tease you. They may doubt you. They may call you strange for choosing the harder road. But let them laugh, because you are not building your life for them. You are building it for you. You are writing a story that only you will live. And when they see the results of your discipline, when they see the strength in your eyes, they will understand. The old you is always waiting with open arms, but so is the new you. The question is, which one will you choose to embrace? Every day, every hour, you answer that question with your actions. And with each choice, you either destroy the old you a little more or give it new life. So stand firm, my friend. Do not let the whispers of comfort steal the future you are building. The temptation to return is strong, but your will must be stronger. Chapter 8. The new you cannot be built without vision. Vision is the picture of the life you want, the person you dream of becoming, the future that calls you when nights feel heavy. Without vision, you are like a ship without a compass. You move, but you drift. You walk, but you wander. And sooner or later you find yourself lost, returning to the same place you tried so hard to escape. The old you had no vision. It lived only for the moment, for the easy road, for the quick reward. It never asked, who do I want to be in 1 year, in 5 years, in 10 years? The old you feared the future because it was blind. But the new you must see. The new you must dare to imagine. Close your eyes for a moment and picture yourself 1 year from now. What do you see? Do you see yourself standing stronger, walking with confidence, speaking with courage, living with purpose? That image is not fantasy, it is possibility. And every action you take today is either building that vision or destroying it. Retention spike. The new you is already alive inside your imagination. What you see there is the seed of what you will become. Vision gives you energy when you are tired. It gives you hope when you are broken. It gives you direction when temptation calls you back. Because when you know where you are going, no distraction can hold you for long. Even if you fall, vision pulls you up. Even if you feel lost, vision whispers, keep walking. But vision is not enough by itself. You must protect it. Write it down. Speak it aloud. Remind yourself daily, because the world will try to blur it with noise, with doubt, with negativity. If you are not careful, you will forget. And forgetting your vision is the fastest way to return to the old you. So ask yourself now, what is your vision? Not just for success, not just for money, not just for recognition, but for your soul, for your peace, for the person you want to see in the mirror. Do you want strength? Do you want freedom? Do you want courage? Then hold that vision like fire in your chest. Let it burn every excuse, every lie, every fear. The old you is blind. The new you must see. And once you see, never close your eyes again, because vision is the light that will guide you through the darkness of rebuilding alone. Chapter 9. When you reach the end of this journey, you will realize something powerful. Destroying the old you was never just about change. It was about rebirth. You are no longer carrying the weight of lies, fear, habits, and doubt. You are no longer chained to the voices of yesterday. You are standing as someone new, someone you built with your own hands, your own courage, your own pain. But here is the truth. Rebuilding yourself is not a one-time event. It is not something you do once and finish forever. No, it is a daily practice. Every morning you wake up, you choose again. Will I live as the new me, or will I let the old me return? This is the battle of life. But now you are ready, because you have walked through fire, And you did not burn, you transformed. The new you is not afraid of being alone, because you now know that loneliness is where strength is born. The new you is not afraid of pain, because you have learned that pain is the teacher that shapes you. The new you is not afraid of losing people, because you discovered that the right people come when you are true to yourself. And the new you is not blind anymore. You carry vision, and that vision will lead you forward. Retention spike. The old you was a cage. The new you is freedom. The old you was a shadow. The new you is light. Now, when you look back, you will see that the old you was never really you. It was only a mask built by fear and doubt. And when you tore it off, you found your real face, a face of strength, of hope, of courage. That is who you are. That is who you have always been. So, my friend, as you leave this video, remember, the journey does not stop here. Every day is another chance to destroy the old and rebuild the new. Do not wait for tomorrow. Begin today. Speak the truth. Build new habits. Walk alone if you must. Hold your vision and step boldly into the life that is waiting for you. Because the old you is gone and the new you has just begun. Thank you, my friend, for staying with me until the end of this journey. You are not the same person you were when you started this video. You are stronger now, and I hope you can feel it. Remember this. Subscribe for more motivational audiobooks and stories in easy English. .com. Share this video with someone who needs it. Save this for a time when you feel lost or tired. You are no longer the old you. You are rebuilding. You are rising. And the world is waiting for the new you to shine.